Yo, what up? What up? Sell it, A, sell it, A, sell it, A. Welcome back to the channel, Custy. It's your boy Salim, JTM Salim, international superstar and Bantu music executive. And I'm back with another mother yakara. Today I got the Adidas on, Custy, because all day I dream about success. The weather's feeling pretty good. It's not snowy out there. But I'm making this video for the people who are thinking about joining the ride sharing industry, right? Becoming a Lyft driver, becoming an Uber driver, and you're wondering, like, is it worth it? Can I really, really make a living? To be honest with you, if you're thinking about it and you just don't know, hopefully this video helps you out. When I used to be a security supervisor, I think I was making about $20 an hour. Okay, $20 an hour. I was bringing home. This is outside of my music stuff, outside of the sales, and we're just strictly talking about W-2, okay? We're just talking about work. Now, from work, I was bringing in, I believe I was taking home about $1,200 every 2 weeks. Yep. And on the days where I would do overtime or whatever, I would bring home maybe $1,500, right? Pretty cool. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy at all. I used to work at a hotel, so I would see a lot of Lyft drivers who would park in the hotel area or park across the street of the hotel, and even sometimes drop people off or pick people up from the hotel. Actually, I personally would even book an Uber ride when I didn't have my car. I would book an Uber ride to go home, sometimes to even go to work, you know? So I interviewed some of them. And believe it or not, some people did it full time, some people did it part time, some people walked away from professional jobs and were doing Lyft full time or Uber full time, right? And I'm like, wow, is there really money in this thing? And now that I've been able to actually do it, right? Because I walked away from my supervisor job. I don't know. I was just sick and tired of working third shift, bro. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Like that, it was draining me. And I can't cuss right now because I'm fasting, but it was draining me. I was just sick and tired. I said, man, can I get a morning shift? In the beginning it was cool. I liked the third shift. I wasn't really doing too much. It was chill. I ain't have to deal with too many people. I did have some crazy things go on at work, but for the most part, I enjoyed it. Right? It allowed me to read more books. Right? It allowed me to create sales while I was at work. Right? For my music business, it gave me the freedom and the opportunity to create songs while I'm at work. Um, and it even allowed me to even take a trip to Kenya for a media tour and then come back. Right? It was great. I was loving it. I was enjoying it. But and then I got married. Right? I got married. And my wife didn't say this, but I could tell she did not like that I worked third shift. She wanted to spend more time with me, but sometimes I just didn't have the energy, or I actually had to go to sleep when she was up. So and then I was just like, man, I kind of don't like this at all. And then it just, I left. I walked away from it. And then I was sitting there, I think you probably listened to one of my other videos, but I was cool, doing cool with the music thing. Everything was going great. Then I got bored. I'm like, man, I want more. I want to make way more money, because my plan is to move out the country. I cannot wait. I can't wait to move out of the States, and live abroad. Still be a U.S. citizen, still make U.S. dollars, but just live abroad, right, for a better quality of life. Why not? Why not? But then I started to get into, I got into Uber and Lyft, right? Or I got into the car, ride sharing business, right? And I was gonna go with Uber first, but I decided to just go with Lyft. It was the easier process. It was quicker. So I got on Lyft, right? I got on Lyft. And so far I've been probably active on it for 2 months, maybe three. Done over 700 rides, gold member, right? And I'm here to tell you, can you make a living off of Lyft? Yes. I actually make way more money. Again, not counting music, we're not counting everything else I do, podcast, we're not counting any of those things. All we're counting is from work, right? From getting paid $20 an hour, right? From my last job to doing Lyft, I make way more money as a Lyft driver. I make way more money as a Lyft driver compared to being a supervisor, a security supervisor. I was making $20 an hour. I was walking away with $1,200 every 2 weeks. But as a Lyft driver, I can walk away with $1,000 a week. Yes, $1,000 a week. I didn't always just make $1,000 a week, right? In the beginning, when I started out, I was like, let me just make $100 a day, and I achieved that. And then I was like, let me do a little bit more because I want more. I have goals to really make some new investments in some properties. Make some new songs, right? Sign some new artists, and even move out. So I was like, let me do more. Let me do more. Instead of $100 a day, I decided to bump myself up or bump my goal up to $170 a day. And that's how I've been able to walk away with between $800 to $1,000 a week from Lyft, bro. So if you're wondering, can you make a living off of this? Yes. Who drives these things? Like I told you, before I even became a driver, when I was just a rider, bro, if you interview the people, some of these people, they do it full time. Some people do it part time, right? Some of these people are professionals, meaning they have blue collar jobs. And some people probably just worked at a regular job. And then they were doing Lyft on the side. So yes, you can actually make a living with this. You can pay your bills with this, right? You can. And I gotta say, one of the things I definitely love, besides just making money, besides just being able to pay my bills and, make some investments or whatever, I really enjoy the freedom. The freedom is just unmatched, right? Like, right now, I just had lunch with I didn't have lunch because I'm fasting, but I get to have lunch with my wife. We just chilled. She went back to work, and now I'm just right here talking to you guys, right? Whenever my wife needs me, boom, I can be there. Whenever I need to go do something, I can do it. Whenever I need to go shoot a video, I can do it. Whenever I need to go write a song, I can do it. Whenever I need to do a podcast interview, I can do it. Whenever I need to go fly out back to Kenya for some investments in business, I can fly out, boom, do my thing a month or whatever, boom, come back, get back to it. The freedom is unmatched. It's unmatched. Now, some things I would say, because no one told me this, but after really being a driver and studying and just looking into this car sharing or ride sharing industry, bro, this shit ain't no stuff. This thing ain't no joke. This thing is no joke, bro. I mean, Uber and Lyft are billion-dollar companies for a reason. What does that mean? That means it works. It actually works. Yes, it works. They wouldn't be a billion-dollar industry for no reason. Now, you can't just get on the app and expect to I just woke up, I'm gonna go. No, I mean, yeah, you can clock in whenever you want, but there's 3 different shifts, bro. It's like morning shift, afternoon shift, and night shift. You get to choose. Different types of people, right? People who's going to work, going to school. Then you got people coming home from work. Some people going in, second shift, right? And then you got third shift, people who's coming in or who work third shift. And then there's also the night people, party time. There's different types of people who ride Lyft or who don't have a car and they need a ride. They need the service. Don't think of it like, oh, you're just a Lyft driver. No, you got to be proud of that. Why? Because you're actually making money. It's an actual service. You're actually providing a service for people. Now, you can't just hop in, like I said, you can't just wake up and, I'm just going to clock in and expect to hit your goal. No, you got to, there's some strategic things you got to do. You got to, like anything, just like I would say with music, you got to treat it like a business, right? You got to treat your ride share as a business. You got to treat Lyft as a business. You got to treat Uber like a business. What do I mean by that? Have a schedule. When you wait, you can't just wake up randomly and start driving. No, have a schedule, right? When you go to work, when you work for somebody else or you work at another job, what do? You got a schedule. Okay? me, I would say I don't know where you're at, because in every location it's different payments, right? Some states pay more than other states or whatever. But bro, if you're gonna do it part time, shoot, do it after work, right? If you're gonna do it full time, wake up as early as possible, or drive the night shift. What that mean? Clock in by 10. If you're gonna do the afternoon, 3 p.m. If you're gonna do morning, 4 a.m. Between 4 to 6 a.m. You're good. You probably like, how long does it take you to hit your goal? I mean, it just depends on the day. That's what I'm saying. You got to be strategic with this thing. You got to handle it like a business. You got to know. You're going to know what days is slower, what days is faster. You feel me? Then you got to know the areas, right? The cool thing about the app is it shows you what area is lit up at what time and what moment. So you can drive to that area that's lit up, right? And you know people are flying, going to the airport all the time. So, you know, airport definitely got some money. Yeah. But no, seriously, treat it like a business. You know, invest into disinfectant sprays, right? Invest into air fresheners or car fresheners, right? Invest into your own personal vacuum. Invest into having a monthly subscription at a car wash place, right? It's a business, bro. If you treat it like a business, it's going to pay you as such. Now, your car definitely will make a difference. You can't drive no old car thinking you're going to get a lot of payments. You're not. I personally would tell you to get a car that's reliable, and then the maintenance is not going to be too expensive. Okay? Reliable, and the maintenance won't be too expensive. And make sure it's between the years of, depending on when you're watching this, but to be honest with you, I do anything between 2018 and up. That's it. 2018 and up. Because if you get a car older than that, you get you a 2008, depending on what time you're watching this video, it might not be accepted. But yeah, get you a nice car. Good year, good mileage, right? And be prepared to make sure you stay on that oil change. Cause you gotta stay on the oil change. You gotta treat it like a business. The minute it's time to change the oil, change it. Do not wait. Don't wait. You know, cause if you're doing it full time, the average person probably needs a new car each 5-10 years. You're gonna need a new car each 3 to 5 years. Why? Because your car is your office. And for this video, I had to do it in my office. I had to do it in my office. I'm telling you, it's crazy. I make way more money doing Lyft compared to my old job. It's mind blowing. I'm like, whoa. I was barely touching $3,000 at my last job. And I was working 40 hours a week. I was a whole supervisor. I had so much responsibilities. I mean, some days I'll clock in at 6 a.m. in the morning and be done by 5 p.m. Some days it's 7 to 7, right? But the flexibility that I have, and I get to wear what I want. I'm wearing what I want. I still get my personal development, right? And I still get to create a living. I still get to go travel, invest in my other businesses or whatever. Still get to do my music. If you're thinking about becoming an Uber driver or Lyft driver, and you're wondering, is there any money in it? There is. It sure is. On another note, make sure you save money to get your next car. Oh, already be planning your next car. Yeah, already be planning your next car. And whatever you do, do not rent a car from Lyft or Uber. Do not. You're gonna get robbed, bro. You're gonna be working so much just to pay the car off. Don't do that to yourself, bro. Best position to be in is to own your own car. Have your own car. Right? Have a schedule. Have have your Google sheet so you can track everything. Have your disinfectant spray. Have your air fresheners. You know? Me personally, the reason why I like to do $170 a day is because it allows me to make 150, right? I profit 150, and then I use $20 for gas. Right now, today it's a Friday. Um, I just had lunch with my wife, and I'm not even driving. I'm not finna drive at all. I'm gonna go change the oil, wash the car, vacuum, and then I'm finna go to the crib, edit this video, put it up on YouTube. I can't write no new music, but I'm gonna personally develop, right? And I got some other businesses and stuff that I want to do in Kenya, so I'm gonna go check in on those. And yeah, I'll be back on the road by Monday. Yep. I do have some other opportunities that I'm doing, but that's not for this video. But yeah. If I hope it helped. I hope you heard something that inspired you. If you were somebody who was thinking about getting into the car share business, if you were thinking about becoming a Lyft driver, if you're thinking about being a Uber driver, do it, bro. Do it. Do it part time. Do it full time. It's on you. You got the choice, bro. You got the choice. Cause hold on, let me actually ask. Make sure you do two. Be on Uber and be on Lyft. And another thing I would add, most people are not going to say this online, but do not tell your insurance company that you do Lyft or Uber or you're in car sharing at all. Do not tell them that. Please don't. Take it from me. Do not tell them. Don't tell them nothing. Casti, don't tell them nothing. Get it, get your coverage, and do not tell them that's what you do. All right? Don't. Trying to save you a headache. Another thing I probably add, as far as like making sure you're in good standing with your Lyft app or Lyft account and Uber account, bro, don't talk to everybody. When people come into your car, say hey, say what's up. If they say hey to you, me, I let them start the conversation. Hey, how's it going? Boom, that's it. Focus on your car. Focus on driving. That's it. You do not want people to report you or anything, because if they do report you, depending on what app you're on, some of them will actually not even take your side of the story. They won't even hear you out. They'll just shut your account down, you know? So that's one thing I would add. But yeah, if you like what you heard, if you got something out of it, hit like, hit comment, hit share. And if you're not able to get any music, buy the music, or come out to any events that I'm hosting, whether it's online or offline, all I ask you to do is head over to movementsound.org and stream the music on purpose and download it for whatever price that you want. I love you, and I'm going to see you on the next one.